is this, whatever you are saying, is this somehow related to the method of appointment of judges?
Undoubtedly, it is to do with the method of appointment of judges. You see, my own take is that the second judge's case, the petition which was filed by Advocate on Record Association, was
where I happen to be a lawyer.
Yes, was I
regret.
Yes, I am so happy that you. I feel that really has changed the very complexion of the judiciary. And over the last...
But at that point in time, sorry to interrupt you, Dushyant, at that point in time, we as lawyers, I mean, Fali and I argued that case. We as lawyers felt that the executive was interfering too much in the process of appointment, and that this needs to change, because we had a lot of appointments being made at that point in time. I was not in politics at that point in time as such. I was, but not really active. So that was the rationale for it. But I think we got into a worse situation after
Yes,
that.
you are right. My own feeling is that the executive did make some wrong appointments prior to 1990.
That's right.
But they were far and few. Far and few. Yes, there are serious questions being raised about certain law ministers, as you and I both know. But at the same time, I would say that by and large, the Chief Justice's recommendations were fair in those days, and were well calibrated, well debated amongst the judges, and good appointments were being made. I mean, I can definitely vouch, and you will agree with me, that in 1978, when I started practice in the Gujarat High Court, it had impeccable judges. I mean, they were judges who were not just competent in law. They were people with great integrity. They were people with great courtesy, with great knowledge, and yet they handled the court so beautifully, so enjoyably, that it was a treat to appear before them.
It's true.
Absolutely treat. Till I left in 1986, the Gujarat High Court was really an institution to be proud of.
Right.
And after that, of
and
course,
on
I lost.
reflection, the Gujarat High Court today?
Well, every lawyer who comes and meets me, smallest to the most successful, really says speaks very poorly about the High Court.
That's also,
very poorly.
That's also true, because whenever good lawyers meet me and I ask them this question, the answer is somewhat the same.
And that saddens us, because it's my parent High Court. So, coming back to your question, appointments, undoubtedly the Collegium system, which Supreme Court, found out for itself, has turned out to be a disaster. And as a result of that, we all know, I mean, for example, since 1995, how many Chief Justices of India we have had who have performed questionably. I mean, it may be some 20-25 of them. We, as Chief Justices of India, very questionable behavior. And therefore, and many judges we know, I mean, in the corridor, as I always say, that, ultimate barometer of a judge's, character or integrity is the corridor of a court. And corridor whispers are never incorrect. They are not, gossip. Those corridor whispers are actually, they stem from actual experience of the lawyers, which is shared within, canteen or in corridors. And that is why I, in fact, if you recall in the challenge to NJAC, I stood up on in behalf of the Supreme Court Bar Association to argue, and I told 5 judges bench headed by Justice Kher that if you have courage, wear burqas and walk in the corridor of any court in this country, and you will know what your reputation is.
I remember.
And judges took it in a very nice way, sporting way. Yeah, I was not questioning their, character. I was saying that, look, there is a challenge. You are not willing to address the challenge. And the biggest challenge is this collegium system, where the appointments are really very poor. I mean, the court has suffered, the Supreme Court and High Courts have suffered not only in terms of, the character of the judges, but also in terms of their competence, in terms of their knowledge, in terms of their jurisprudential, experience. So, you have therefore now crop of these judges who I would say are not at all competent, most of them. So, there are far and few examples who are very good, exceptionally good, but then by and large, today, the kind of judges you see, you feel that the process has really, and as you know, and I know it better, that bar today consists of some outstanding lawyers who deserve to be recognized. Since last 30-40 years, we have been seeing that they have been neglected, who deserve to be appointed as High Court judges, and some people who really didn't deserve to be appointed have been appointed. Equally, from subordinate judiciary, I have no doubt that there are some outstanding judges, and those judges have been ignored and in elevation to high courts. So, the whole process by the collegium system has been extraordinarily subjective. It was supposed to be objective. And I remember one sentence in second judge's case, which really should have been the guiding principle, that you must select the best from amongst available.
That's true.
You don't do that. And as a result of that, the quality of jurisprudence, quality of justice delivery, and quality of judges have all suffered.
Okay, so let me just